I think if someone's really low, like you're missing your child and loads of stuff's going on. Hey Elizabeth, long time no see. I think it's easy to manipulate someone. I think if someone's really low, like you're missing your child and loads of stuff's going on. Hey Elizabeth, long time no see. I think it's easy to manipulate someone. I think if someone's really low, like you're missing your child and loads of stuff's going on. Hey Elizabeth.
While we're on the subject of TikTok, Hayley fucking Comet, that is the best Oscar nominated performance. I am going to nominate you for the Oscars next year.
I wouldn't have recognised Becca if I didn't she wasn't with After Dark. Like, she looks like a mong.
Obviously, Luggy, the man who speaks in riddles. Riddle me this, riddle me that, riddle me why is Luggy such a twat? Why is he constantly leaving little weird messages all over his videos? Also in the Jay Slater case. And at the same time, on lives, he's telling people that the account on TikTok doesn't belong to Warren, Jay's dad, because he doesn't want people to listen to the things that Warren is saying.
This is my account. Just to show a video to confirm that this is my account.
Because Warren was actually there, it's his son, he knows more than anyone. So Luggy very quickly needs to shut that down. Now, the only person Luggy is speaking to daily is Rachel, Brad's mum. But he wants us to believe that he speaks for the family, and they've asked him to get me to remove my post, they've asked him to get Wax to stop reporting on it, to get Harsh to shut down, to get anyone who wants justice for Jay to stop. So he leaves posts like this one. Now, you won't understand all of this, no one does, but, you know, he liked his own comment, so that's something. But he is basically saying, we have always had a good relationship with the family and friends. Who's we, Luggy? I take it you mean you and Sharon and Rachel. The man sent Mark Williams Thomas so many messages demanding to know what was going on in the investigation. The Mark actually said, everything I have said is the truth. I work very close with the family and friends. I don't know what your problem is, but your messages are not only wrong, but very weird. You are blocked. How strange that despite not being Jay's family, never having met Jay Slater, not ever being asked to work on his case or do anything by Jay's family, you even tried to shut down the investigator who was in Tenerife working to try and find out what happened to Jay. Now you're trying to shut down everyone else. How involved are you, Luggy? But I challenge you. Because you do want it all to go away, don't you? Especially up to the inquest. And after they have an accidental verdict and no police investigation will ever touch Jay's case again, you would have won, right? So keep making your really spiteful videos about me and Wax and Harsh and Bobs, all the people who have actually worked really hard.
Best to throw people off the scent by, like, you know, degrading the story. One in particular, Mark Loving, or McLovin, or how he keeps changing his name, which is a bit strange.
Where's those defamation threats and that, bruv? You puss.
Me and Wax and Harsh and Bobs, all the people who have actually worked really hard. Marianne as well. Keep doing that. Work hard to shut us down. Work hard to threaten everyone involved in the case and send your weird, long, ranty, crazy, chest-filled comments that you send everyone. And keep doing you. But at the same time, accept we're going to keep doing us.
Hi guys, this is a really serious call to action for all of you. I'm really hoping that you can help me with this. I'd like to recall someone to the Jay Slater case because he's magnificent. He's so good. What he's done is amazing. He solved it in no time, and I really hope he steps back into the ring, back into the arena, and helps us answer just the rest of the questions that were left unanswered, yeah. Come on, Bobs and Bits. Come back. Come on. Come back. Come and play. It's really funny when we're all watching you, laughing at you for about 2 or 3 weeks. Then we watch you disappear with embarrassment. Then we watch you go running.
Holding lives about other creators. Why is that happening then if people have nothing to hide nothing? So why are these people working so hard to destroy the reputation and credibility of people like me, Wax, Harsh, Lola, all the other creators online who are actually still asking for justice for Jay?
Problem to the case before he joined TikTok, because Rachel already told him to ignore me. Why are you telling his dad to ignore me and then mentioning me by name unless there's one of my videos I put up which is a danger to you because it's got the truth in? And why do I need to take my videos down so much that you've gone on about it for weeks and weeks? Just take them down, you know, you've been through DV, take them down. Brad's mum. But she's not asking the millions of other people online to take down their stuff, it's just me. Which is exactly why I'll keep them up. Jay's parents only learned about that in week 3, because then they put it out in the media and said, we think this may be Jay. But what did Rachel do with it on day 4 then? Because we handed you that photo, and I have loads of proof that we handed you that photo. My God, leave him alone. Sally, take your face for a shit, dude. So, you know, go and do some knitting or something, Sally.
Don't lasso me. Well, do lasso me, just don't. Ride me like a ball.
On case, because I did say this week that I was going to start talking about Jay Slater's case again. And I also said that I would only be if at least one of the parents actually wanted people to start talking about getting justice for Jay. And at one point I thought that was the case, but now backtracking's been done and it seems both parents now have some kind of relationship with Luggy, Chris Tenerife and all the other people working so hard. There was a live last night and the night before where they actually spoke about the fact that, you know, both Warren and Debbie stand with like Luggy and Chris, and so I don't really know what's going on behind the scenes. But
obviously, Luggy, the man who speaks in riddles, riddle me this, riddle me that, riddle me why is Luggy such a twat? Why is he constantly leaving little weird messages all over his videos that allude to the fact that he's actually the spokesperson for Warren and Debbie, also in the Jay Slater case? And at the same time, on lives, he's telling people that the account on TikTok doesn't belong to Warren, Jay's dad.
Just a short video to confirm that this is my account.
Because he doesn't want people to listen to the things that Warren is saying, because Warren was actually there, it's his son, he knows more than anyone. So Luggy very quickly needs to shut that down. Now, the only person Luggy is speaking to daily is Rachel, Brad's mum, but he wants us to believe that he speaks for the family, and they've asked him to get me to remove my post, they've asked him to get Wax to stop reporting on it, to get Harsh to shut down, to get anyone who wants justice for Jay to stop. So he leaves posts like this one. Now, you won't understand all of this, no one does, but you know, he liked his own comment, so that's something. But he is basically saying, we have always had a good relationship with the family and friends. Who's we, Luggy? I take it you mean you and Sharon and Rachel. The man sent Mark Williams Thomas so many messages demanding to know what was going on in the investigation. The Mark actually said, everything I have said is the truth. I work very close with the family and friends. I don't know what your problem is, but your messages are not only wrong. How strange that despite not being Jay's family, never having met Jay Slater, not ever being asked to work on his case, or do anything by Jay's family, you even tried to shut down the investigator who was in Tenerife working to try and find out what happened to Jay. Now you're trying to shut down everyone else. How involved are you, Luggy? And Wax and Harsh and Bobs, all the people who have actually worked really hard, tirelessly. Marianne as well. Keep doing that, and keep doing you. Stuff that I'm going to say, I have complete back and forth. I've looked into it. I've spoke to the right people. It's not stuff I'm going to put out because it's sensitive information or it's from people who don't want it shared. So that's where I'm going to, I'm just going to say it's allegedly right now because I'm not willing to give the proof. But level of crime also doing great work. Sinead, if you let me just screenshot that because I like to look at what everyone else is doing as well because I think 11 true crime. Angels of Peace is in the chat. Grass me up, I'll give it you because it wasn't my fault. I was too busy ratting out my neighbour. Charlie in a live. What the hell is going on today? Does anyone actually know what anyone is commenting in my chat? Are any of you on drugs? Are anyone struggling right now? Because I don't really know what's going on. I am actually a little bit spun out and I'm already feeling a little bit paranoid. I'm as high as a kite. Thank you, sweet cheeks, because I was just about to send you some cereal and milk in the post. I literally, I was talking on live the other day and it was writing it out on my messages and sending it to Chocolate as I was writing it. You can't even say that, Alana. Purple burglar alarm. I'm about to order some smoke today. I haven't done it since about 12. We joined it. Yeah, that's it, isn't it, Sweet Like Cherry Pie? We are such a good community that everyone started talking madness just to make Sweet Cheeks feel better. It's a murder. No, Warren never messaged back. I've been selling cereal without knowing. Does anyone else want anything? People online who actually have no degree, who have never been to secondary school, and absolutely care enough about cases to make really good content.
It's not so bad. I want to thank you.
I would like to say, I'm not even bothered about anymore, Hannah. I'll fight fire with fire at this point. I'm going to keep talking about Jay Slater regardless, and I'm never going to hold those pathetic lives like they do where I'm slandering people and getting 12 people in the box to talk about one person.
Fair play to Luggy shut in Tenerife Tom down last night though, because he tried talking about you, Hayley, yesterday on his live, and Luggy was like, no, we're not here for that. But they did shut him down when it comes to like talking on other creators. So I thought fair play to that.
Yeah, he did promise me he would do.
Down quick.
It's what I'm.
I've had, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and Dignity for All is my biggest fan, posting my stuff all over her Facebook, getting thousands of views off of my Jay Slater content until I had a 2-day break from social media and she didn't realise I'd see all of the nasty little comments she put. So I blocked her and instantly she goes over to Tenerife Tom. And I'm thinking you should change your name from, instead of Dignity for All.
Yeah.
It's funny because Peggy Sue and Charlie just said something there, and they said the problem is not just Tom, it's the people in the box. Same people every time, because it's always the same ones he brings in, and he knows the ones that basically will rip into people because they don't like that person.
And nobody is going to tell me differently, because this is getting mad now and we have to stick together, put out the facts. You don't have to agree with everything everyone says, and obviously I'm only posting about things that I can link it to something. Thank you once upon a time. Let's follow all of the people who are looking for the truth. And I was watching back through Mark's do you say you weren't safe? Yes. Looking back through Mark's videos where Mark was actually putting out his updates in the case, and he says again, I've come into some absolutely pivotal information about why Jay left the Airbnb in a rush. He also talks about Jay being scared. We cannot pretend that didn't happen.
I am going to try to contact Mark this evening after this live, because really why he just fell off. There's been a lot of people like Lola, Mariana, me, like all the people that are just saying that there's something a little bit wrong here. Wax, Harsh, they've all had messages from Chris Tenerife and Luggy. There's people online who actually have no degree, who have never been to secondary school, and absolutely care enough about cases to make really. Thank you, Andreen. Thank you, Christina. And you don't even have fret or not. Like, what is that supposed to mean? Thank you, Tasha. Thank you, Amy. And he was coming back to me and being like, well, thanks, Amy. No, that's not what I'm saying. Like, as your father, I'm not even bothered about it anymore, Hannah. I'll fight fire with fire at this point. You know, I'm going to keep talking about Jay Slater regardless, because I did say this week that I was going to start talking about Jay Slater's case again. And I also said that I would only be if at least one of the parents actually wanted people to start talking about getting justice for Jay. And at one point I thought that was the case, but now backtracking's been done, and it seems both parents now have some kind of relationship with Luggy, Chris Tenerife. And there was a live last night and the night before where they actually spoke about the fact that, you know, both Warren and Debbie stand with like Luggy and Chris, and so that we would be able to do our part, the same as Wax and Filtered is trying to do, same as Bobs and Bits 111 is trying to do. To point out some of the key players in this case and the lies that have been told. So many unanswered questions, and there's so many bits of evidence that point to something more nefarious that happened. They've also started going for Wax now. They've started to go for Wax because Wax is making some really good videos and kind of questioning things in the case. So now they've started to try and threaten people like that. You have, they're making videos, or Luggy's still making videos now about Jay Slater. So how come no one is allowed to talk about him, but you are? Like, how are you allowed to do it? The thing is, right, I don't know how Jay was put there. I know that Jay came off that beaten path scared for some reason, yeah? I have different bits of information I need to put together so that I can present it, because I have voice notes from different people in the case, including Millie, including Mark, after message. I have loads of different stuff that all tells a very different story. So I'm just not willing to let it go. I shut down for a little bit on it because I was getting so much fucking hate and it was going mad, and I did believe that Jay needed to be buried first. I thought he needed to, thank you. I thought he needed to be buried. That needed to happen. His family needed to be able to do that, bring him back to the UK. I would have been silent, absolutely silent, just moved on with other cases. But it does make me wonder why I'm the only one that needs to be shut down unless I was getting close to the truth. It doesn't make any sense. The weird things, because like I was not going to say anything, and then yesterday someone sent me many videos off YouTube where Chris and Luggy are making fun of me, talking about me and saying horrific things about me. And I'm like, how come you're allowed to do that? Because I blocked Luggy because it started to get awkward when he kept saying he was like my dad, and kept like, obviously I put a post up for Father's Day because I was missing my dad, and after that he kept messaging me saying like, oh, you know, I'm like your dad, and just saying weird shit, and I kept saying to him like, stop saying that, that's weird to me, like, you know, I'm grieving, and that you're crossing the line there. And then he said, oh, I'm doing the Jay Slater live, I promise you I'm going to protect you in it. Then he let After Dark up to me off, then Chris Tenerife, then Millie, then Tenerife Tom. So I blocked him. And they'll be the same women that go, oh, yeah, it's weird.
Ones that basically will rip into people because they don't like that person.
Fair play to Luggy shutting Tenerife Tom down last night though, because he tried talking about you, Hayley, yesterday on his live, and Luggy was like, no, we're not here for that. They did shut him down when it comes to like talking on other creators. So I thought fair play to that.
Yeah, he did promise me he would do that, but
Yeah, he did shut him down quick.
it's what I'm more offended by the women in his boxes than I am by. And then he started making the videos about me. So yeah, no, I was just coming on to like talk about it and just say like, I didn't want all of you guys to be sat there thinking like, why isn't she removing them? Like, no, I like kept him at distance anyway because I was thinking I was just seeing what he was saying, you know. But you know, for instance, Luggy's not been very happy that Warren Slater's posting videos because Slater is posting videos that show that Luggy and Chris can't be right, and he doesn't want that. So he's tried to ask for those videos to be removed. And then the moment I've blocked you because you're sat with Tenerife Tom, you've gone over to YouTube thinking I wouldn't know that you're making sneaky, weird-ass videos about me. You're not my dad. You're nothing like my dad. My dad was a 1,000 times the man you will ever be. And stop trying to tell me you're my dad. It's fucking weird. Fine, Jay. You were out searching for a couple of weeks, Chris, and that's what you did was amazing. Well done. You did help, but you didn't find him. You walked past his body several times. No disrespect to you. Like, obviously, apparently Dobbs and everyone else did as well. But then you can't, after he's found, go, yeah, I was the one that found him. The police in Tenerife were looking into my computer and we were going to search the next day, so we found him. Why are you trying to claim that you found a dead boy's body when you didn't? You didn't. Like, nobody found him. Same as Millie. Millie did searches. Well done. Thank you very much for your like what you did. But you didn't find Jay. Do you know what I mean? It's strange. Like he was seen. Someone's got a video on here where he stood behind the pillar outside the funeral trying to take pictures and that of where Jay was being buried. Like, and then you want to question me in this case? Are you sure? You all worked to shut me down because you knew I was getting very close to the truth. That's it. Like, that's it. That's why you, Chris Tenerife, everyone came for me, no one else. Same with Rachel. Oh, I'll take you to court. Why? Because I'm talking the truth. I'm questioning your son. I stand by everything I did in that case. I'm not sorry about anything. Like, people can say what they want. I would have deleted videos. I would have taken down my whole playlist. I would have taken down everything I'd ever made about Jay Slater if I wanted to run from it or if I was not happy with what I'd done there. I kept it up because I know one day, shame on you, user. Shame on you. Can my keys. He also showed Jay. He's laying in a ditch. He's been cut badly on a cactus.
The evidence still strongly supports that Jay left the Airbnb suddenly, walked for 30 minutes before wandering off-road where at 08:49 and 08:50 on the Monday he dropped a location pin. However, as part of this investigation, we have sought to identify and speak with as many people that Jay had contact with whilst in Tenerife. The result of this digging has opened up an established criminal network with links to drugs, violent crime and theft. You will appreciate that at this stage I cannot expand any further on what we now know. However, at this stage I'm unable to say if this network has anything to do with Jay's disappearance, but remain...
It's Mark Williams Thomas, the investigator, talking. We will go back to it in a minute.
Open-minded as we continue to investigate. I've had no involvement with the physical search. Mine has been the investigation. But to help, I've asked my team to pull together an interactive map which will show the areas that have been searched both by the Guardian Civil, local search and rescue teams and a local search team who were joined by TikToker Callum. That team have been very crucial in terms of covering areas on foot.
Some private public information, some private information about someone else in the Discord who happened to be a man. I'm not going to give names. This woman came in and said, I know who you are. I know where your girlfriend works. This is where she works. This is the name of the hospital she works at. Okay. Now, I then literally was not very happy. And I told this woman, like, actually what you've done is gross, and I absolutely spent my whole life trying not to have my information doxed online and so had some horrific bullying online. In response, this man messaged me and said, can I privately message this woman and tell her why that's upset me? And I said, absolutely, please keep it out of the main Discord.
Bottom of the barrel to like scrape out any shit ever. A whole week of just absolute shit. People have said, picked apart the way I look, the way I sound, the lives I do, the content I do, the best community behind me. My mods are absolutely class one all the time, all the way through. Like literally without them I just wouldn't be able to do what I do on the app. Or in life, to be fair. My mods have got me all the time. And I just want to say thank you to everyone in the community who has reached out to me and sent me your stories, winning at you and to do what you do, because some of you are going through things that I could never even like comprehend in my mind. Like some of you guys, like, I don't want to tear up, but
that fucking fake crying was fucking brilliant. Anyway, that aside, no, I'm not taking the piss. You're taking the piss. You've had your fucking minions for day trying to trace this woman and track her down, and you were all upset because I wouldn't give out that information. Because I'll protect the woman. Now what you didn't know was, the woman was in the live last night. She was there from pretty much the very beginning. She heard everything that went on. She understands why it was done. She's fine with that. Move over it. She sent me the screenshots of the people that have tried to message her. Would you like me to put them on? Because I could do that too. Or your little fucking minions. So don't even fucking, I think you better stop telling your lies, because that's twice now you've done it on me. The first time was when you accused me of killing Jay Slater and said that the family, yes, 100%, the family said that's Jay in the background. Dale and his mate Brad, they've killed him. What a load of pish. Get it right. Okay? No, but no. I call her truce. I speak to her, even though it makes me cringe. All to bring down Tenerife Tom. And then when I do it, then when I fucking do it, and sorry, it wasn't just me, there was a whole group of us. A big group of us, relentlessly. And as I said, the actual credit goes to the guy Swag, who's a thingy of no faces, because he pointed me in the right direction. But then again last night, there's another lie. Oh, Dale Mac done this, Dale Mac done that. Oh, I couldn't believe it. Fuck off. Stop your shit, Hayley, because I'm telling you, if I have to come back to TikTok sooner than I actually expected, just to hunt you down, and I don't mean that physically, I mean metaphorically. Remember, I still have all the evidence against you from before.
There'll be the same women that go, oh, yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, they are.
That's who they are.
When it happens to them, they'll be crying louder than ever a woman going, why is no one taking me seriously?
It's such a complex niche that you really need to have had a load of training to understand it, which I'm lucky to have had. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and Dignity for All was my biggest fan, posting my stuff all over her Facebook, getting thousands of views off of my Jay Slater content, until I had a 2-day break from social media, and she didn't realise I'd see all of the nasty little comments she put. So I blocked her, and instantly she goes over to Tenerife Tom, and I'm thinking, you should change your name from, instead of Dignity for All.
Fair play to Luggy shutting Tenerife Tom down last night though, because he tried talking about you, Hayley, yesterday on his live, and Luggy was like, no, we're not here for that. But they did shut him down when it comes to like talking on other creators. So I thought fair play to that.
Yeah, he did promise me he would do that, but
yeah, he did shut him down quick.
I'm more offended by the women in his boxes than I am by.
I will. No ifs, no buts. My mother's name's Mary. That's funny. That side. Push me.
Hey Elizabeth, long time no see. I think it's easy to manipulate someone. I think if someone's really low, like you're missing your child and loads of stuff's going on. Hey Elizabeth, long time no see. I think it's easy to manipulate someone. I think if someone's really low, like you're missing your child and loads of stuff's going on. Hey Elizabeth, long time no see. I think it's easy to manipulate someone. I think if someone's really low, like you're missing your child and loads of stuff's going on, hey Elizabeth, long time no see, I think it's easy to manipulate